What is it that makes an entrepreneur an entrepreneur? What is it that separates people from the billionaires and the rest of us? Is it that they are smarter than we are? Is it that they have a special privilege that we don't have? What exactly is it that we can point to? If you do the research, if you study successful people, you will start to see patterns of things that will help you to better understand what it is about a successful person that is different from everyone else. And I can distill it down into one simple idea, and that is that they think differently. They view the world differently. If you want to be successful in life and in the world and in business or relationships or whatever it is, you have to think differently. You have to view the world around you differently. You create your own reality. Now, that doesn't mean that there isn't other things going on in the natural world around you that impact you or could come against you. The problem is, how do you respond to those? You can look at those as they're out to get you, they're going to destroy you, or you can look for ways around it, away from it. It's not that you're ignoring it or pretending it doesn't exist. What you're doing is choosing how you're going to view what's happening. I often talk about some very successful people like Elon Musk. And the reason why I talk about him, like him or hate him, the reason why I talk about him is because he embodies what I'm talking about. When he was working on SpaceX and they were trying to get the rocket to go up, the original rockets, the rockets kept blowing up. First try, second time, third time, failure. They only had one more time. Why? Because they only had enough money for one more try. Now, he could have said, that's it, give up. Or he could have said, okay, what went wrong the last three times? Let's sit down, let's figure it out, let's learn from our mistakes, and let's fix it. And the fourth time, success. The point that I'm trying to make here is the way that we view the world around us, the way we view ourselves, the way we talk to ourselves, this all matters in how you're going to be successful. If you have low self-esteem, if you have a low view of yourself, if you have a low view of your circumstances and the world about you, it is going to be a struggle. I know this because I struggle with it. I have had a lifetime of people telling me you can't do that. You're not good enough. You are not going to amount to anything. Me, I've had that. And you have to battle the voices in your head of the past and then those that you create within you that are in agreement. You should not agree with people who are not there for you, that are not going to seek out your benefit. See, it's all about what you think. It all starts with how you view the world. Napoleon Hill talks about it as thinking. He calls, his book Think and Grow Rich. You can look at it in many different patterns, but the secret to success all starts with thought. It all starts with the way you think about things, that you view the world, the universe. I am working on this every day. I have to stand in front of a mirror and look myself in the eye and say, show me how good it can be, or show me how good it is. When you change the way you talk to yourself and even how you use words, it starts to shift the natural. Now, I don't mean to sound spiritual or anything else. What I'm saying is that it is really down to what's going on in here. A great business great success, wealth, popularity, influence, leadership, whatever, all starts right here between your ears and between your chin and the tip of your head. Everything happens in here. How we view life, how we view relationships, how we view our success, how we view failure, all pivots our life. You can choose misery, or you can choose to fight. I have a warrior spirit. I don't know how to give up. From a very young age, I learned about 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago, at the time of this recording, that I had ADHD. I was 50 years old. I'm 54 now. I didn't know that what I was dealing with all my life was something neurological that can be managed. So I have had to undo a lot of bad habits and coping mechanisms and protection mechanisms that have only served me halfway. They've not fully served me in life. Some of them have served me in bad ways, in the way that I protect myself and my emotions and so forth. What I'm trying to make is we all have a journey to take. How we view the world, how we view possibility, how we view what is before us is up to us. But it all starts with a decision. It all starts with an idea. You know, I've been reading Think and Grow Rich, and really you can distill down the first chapter into that achievement or goals all start with an idea. But it doesn't, notice I said it all starts with an idea. You have to be able to think of something, but you don't just think of it and it appears in front of you like a magic genie. You have to do things. You have to move forward and actually put into action things that are going to help you to move toward the goal. If you're wanting to start a business, you need to get a piece of paper and you need to write down some things. The very first thing I would start with is, what are you passionate about? Make a list of all the things you're passionate about. Anything. You're passionate about sunrises, or you're passionate about baking, or you're passionate about your family and your kids. You're passionate about helping people. You're passionate about fashion. You're passionate about electronics or gaming. I don't know. I am passionate about hiking, but I don't hike enough anymore. So really my passion is not necessarily something I'm doing in my business, but I'm doing my business so that I can afford my passion. See what I'm saying? But if you can take what you're passionate about, I'm also passionate about helping people. That's why I'm doing these videos. I don't make any money doing these videos. I'm not even asking for any money. But if you're passionate about something and you marry it to what you're good at, that's the secret sauce. Passionate and good at. That's the secret sauce to success. If you can marry your passion and your skills together, what you're really good at, you will not know a day of work because you will love what you're doing. Now, if you can find a way to monetize what you're passionate about and what you're good at into a business idea, now you're on to something. But there's some other things that you need to think about. What is it that you can do? What idea do you have to make money? There are business ideas. It's like a cornucopia of ideas out there in the world right now. There are literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of ideas out there. But here's what you need to do. You need to look at, if you're looking for an idea and you're thinking about your purpose and your passion and what you're good at, those type of things, purpose and passion I put together. And you look at what are the challenges of a customer. What are the pain points? What are the desires and the dreams and hopes of your customers? If you start to understand those things, you can start to understand how you can better position your product or service, your idea, to help them. But also you need to look at the industry. What's going on in the marketplace, in the world? What strategies are they using? What techniques, what tactics, what processes and mindsets and methodologies, and even look at the mythology that exists within that industry. What do you mean mythology? Well, there's a lot of myths involved with, businesses. One of the greatest myths is that there's no room for me in my product or service. There's a lot of room. In fact, businesses spend big money trying to keep you out of the market. But that doesn't mean you can't take on Goliath, okay? You need to find a story, a narrative, an expression that is unique to you, that runs a thread through what it is you're offering, product or service. And you need to be able to come from a different angle, a different view of the market. And you need to, I'm not saying ignore the competition, because you need to understand where they are and what they're doing, but you need to create a unique position in order to stand out from the crowd. When I was in undergrad, I used to get mad at the marketing professor because they would say things like this: a Coke is a Coke, a pizza is a pizza, a burger is a burger. And I was like, no, because me, Philip Foster, think that Burger King Whoppers are better than McDonald's Big Macs. And what he told me was something I didn't want to hear. He said, no, Burger King is not necessarily better than McDonald's. You prefer Burger King over McDonald's. It's not to say you won't eat McDonald's. And then I said, well, you said a Coke is a Coke. No, that's not true. Coke tastes different than Pepsi. Pepsi tastes different than root beer. There are even different flavors of root beer. But what he was trying to get across was that the difference was not in the actual product, a beverage, carbonated, sugary beverage. The difference was in the flavor and the preference. So this is why you have to understand what your customers want. Where are your customers at? Because you can make a soda, a carbonated sweetened beverage, that is totally different than even exists on the market today. You see this all the time. Just walk down the beverage aisle in your grocery store. When I was a kid, the choices were kind of simple. There was Coke, there was Pepsi, there was Sprite, there was 7-Up, there was ginger ale, there was the store brand, and then you had Dad's and A&W root beer, and then there was a cream soda, and then a little bit along comes diet sodas. But when I was a kid, there was very few options. Oh, and we did have a orange crush, like an orange soda. But the point I'm trying to make is they were very limited choices. Today, you walk down the aisle and you have all these different choices: diet and sugar-free and caffeine-free and colorless and cherry and lime, and there's all these exotic flavors. And then you have the craft sodas, and then you go on another aisle and then there's all these carbonated waters that are flavored with natural flavors. So the point I'm trying to make is, when you understand the customer and you're actually solving a problem that the customer has, and you're doing it better or differently than what the market is offering, then you stand out. I know this sounds complicated, but if you step back to where I started this conversation, it all starts with your mindset. First and foremost, you have to believe in yourself and what you're capable of, even if you don't know how you're going to get there. There are things that I have desires for in my life. I'm not even sure how I'm going to get there yet. But I know that's where I want to go. And I need to find the pathways and the ways to maneuver to get there. But if you go back to how you think, how you view the world and yourself when you look in the mirror, stop saying today is going to be a good day and start saying today is a good day. It's all about shift. Shift your perspective, shift your language, shift your viewpoint, lift your eyes, stop looking down. Stop the insanity of not believing in yourself. Stop listening to the voices in your head that are telling you can't, you're not good enough, you'll never amount to anything. It's all a lie. It's all bullshit. You need to stop. I'm talking to myself just as much as I'm talking to you, friend. And once you can get to a place where you can start working on yourself, and by the way, this is an everyday battle. You're going to have to do this every day for the rest of your life. Believing in yourself. I can do this. Stop waiting for your spouse, your significant other, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your kids to tell you you can do this. You are amazingly lucky if you already have that support system. But if you don't, get in community with other entrepreneurs and creatives and dreamers. Get in community with them because they're going to get you and they're going to encourage you. Why? Because they understand when they lift someone else up that they not only get endorphin from that, but they know they will get it reciprocated and they will also be encouraged. So you need to find community. It may not be your immediate sphere of influence. Step out of that. Find people that will speak into your life and encourage you. Get a mentor. That's what I do. I'm a business mentor. Find a community, find a business mentor. Read, put time and effort into yourself. You're going to need to invest in yourself. You're going to need to spend time in self-learning and not just learning in the sense of how do you run a business, but also how do you live life. If you're bad at finances, maybe that's a place to start, figuring out how to be better at finances. I don't know where you're at, but I do know this. It all starts with what you think and what you believe, what you say, and what you allow to enter into your head and stay there and fester like a cancer. This is the one thing I know. Everyone has great ideas. Everyone is capable of starting a business, but not everyone will. There are ideas that die with people every day. I mean, literally die. There are people that go to the grave with some of the greatest ideas that have ever been thought of. And so those ideas die with that person. That legacy dies with that person. Don't let that be you. Leave a legacy where you have an idea. As crazy as it may sound, and trust me, I've heard some crazy ideas, and I've kind of said, I don't know about that to myself. But then I say, we're going to watch them. And to watch them take that idea and blossom it into this incredible thing is life-changing for me to experience, to watch. So I don't know where you are today. I don't know what's going on with you, but I'm going to end with this. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe you can. I believe you're more than capable. I believe you can be successful. I believe you can do anything that you put your mind to. I believe in you. What I can't help you with is you believing in yourself. I can't do that for you. You have to go stand in the mirror and tell yourself how great you are. If you don't believe it, say it until you believe it. Go look in the mirror and say, show me how good it gets. Look in the mirror and say, we're going to do this. Look in the mirror and say, you're awesome. You've got this. You can do this. Friends, your future, your legacy, those ideas that have been given to you, you can believe it's God or the universe, I don't care. What I do know is ideas have come to you. They've been given to you. They are a divine gift, however you want to view it. You can either allow them to die, or you can look that person that's in the mirror, look them straight in the eye and say, we have a job to do. Where do we start? Let's go. Hope you have a good day. If you need any help, reach out to me. Links in the bio. I'd love to help you, but you got to get started. See you soon.